Hello my friends, back with another video. I just made a short. I was out in my backyard smoking a cigar, in between editing weddings. Had an idea of something I wanted to talk about. Not sending unflattering photos in your galleries, because when we were young photographers, that's what we used to do. Hey, we don't have enough photos, let's just send these few even though they're not the best. And I was trying to highlight that it's not a good idea. I thought of that in between, and I figured I would also, as I was doing the video, do one of my favorite things, which is to smoke a cigar in my backyard. And a lot of people might not like cigars, but I absolutely love them. Okay, that's like one of my favorite things to do. And somebody put a comment in the last video. I'm not making this video to like attack anybody or something like that. It just highlights something that I really think is important, not only with this channel, but photography in general. They put a comment saying, it's not good the way I present myself. And I assume that they were talking about the cigar and just, kind of the laid back nature. You guys are used to seeing me in my office. This is what this computer behind me, this is where I edit. There is no big production here. People ask me all the time how I get these videos to look like this. It's literally one light, the Z6, Z6 II, and a 35 1.8. It's all about good photos, and good frames are all about lighting, guys. Okay? Lighting and focal length, and it's just mainly lighting, okay? But it's no frills. This is what I am, guys. And I just want to highlight this comment. And I want this person, I hope they didn't like unfollow already and they can listen to this. Because this is one of the big problems, not only with photography, but with our society in general. People are uninterested in the message as opposed to the messenger. People want to hear from somebody they identify with more than they want to hear a substantive message. Something that points to something important. Okay, that's the biggest problem here. Everywhere we live in society now, things are very screwed up and people are all uncomfortable and things are shifting and nobody can grab onto something real. It's because people aren't focused on the message, the real substance of what's being said nowadays, and assessing if it's real, if it points to something good that can help them. It's all about identifying with a click, and that is the opposite of what you're going to find on this channel, guys. I'm sorry. I am a no-frills person. I'm incapable of bullcrap. I do a lot of things that, kind of push boundaries. I don't fit into any type of, like, perfect type of clique or, group or whatever. I follow my heart. Always. That is always my number one guide. I have a very clear conscience. It's extremely loud, and I listen to it unabashedly, okay? And because of that, I always ruffled some feathers. But I can tell you what, there's two things. I was just talking to my wife about this. I'm about to turn 40 in December, and I'm, kind of looking back on my life so far, what I've accomplished, what I've done. And I was saying to her, I was like, I feel like I've really mastered two things in my life. One is being a family man and a good dad. I feel like I really, truly have mastered that. And two is photography. Now, I have a lot to offer. Sarah and I both have a lot to offer in terms of not only building a business, because we have built a successful business within our community, but the essence of photography, the philosophy of it, the technicals, the gear, all that stuff, we have mastered, and we know exactly what we are doing. And that's what I try and present in this channel. Nothing else. I'm not interested in being an entertainer. I'm not. And I'm not good at it either. I mean, I'm really not. I don't, none of this stuff. When I made that first video like 2 years ago, literally I just flipped on the camera, put a light on me, started talking about something. That's still what I do this day. And sometimes I'll go out in the backyard and have a cigar and do a short video. I mean, that's really the extent of it. It's all about information that comes from my mind, from experience, and that's what I'm trying to give to you guys. If you want an entertainer, you're not going to find it here. If you want somebody that's polished, selling things, and I'm not even judging that stuff. I'm just saying I'm incapable of doing it like that. That's why this masterclass, we're really excited about this, because it's a chance. We're so bad at turning things into businesses. We're not really good at that. We just follow our creativity and our information that we've learned, distilling this into one few hour whole timeline of information where somebody can just watch it and they can get everything that we know from start to finish is so exciting to us, because it's just real information. I feel like, man, nowadays people are just so hungry for anything that's just cuts through the crap, okay? And that's really what Monochrome Memoirs is all about. I'm just trying to convey that stuff. I don't want you guys to focus on me, the messenger. I'm very uncomfortable when people tell me like, oh my God, you're amazing at photography, or you do this, or I can't believe, some people are like just trying to do YouTube, like would say to me, oh, I can't believe you have like 20,000 subscribers or whatever. It makes me feel uncomfortable. Like I like when people like look at a photo and they're like, wow, that's a good photo. Not they look at me and say, you're an amazing photographer. If that makes sense, I don't know if it does, but that's just how I am. I want you guys to take these videos and let's together try and get at the essence of what a good photo is, because I've figured it out. What a good photo is a photo that points to something real. That's all it is. It's just a snapshot in time that points to something real. And that's why you could see highly technical photos that like involve a bunch of lights and a bunch of different things that you can look at and you can have admiration from it, because it's, from a technical perspective, it's very complicated and the person obviously had to have skill. But at the same time, it's missing something. And that's what I'm talking about. If you can take photos that point to an essence of something, not what somebody else thinks might be good. If you're holding a camera in your hand and you're shooting something and you think that you're taking a photo because, oh my God, this is going to be popular, or this is something that I think other people are going to like, rather than what's the truth here? What's the story? What's the real thing that I can help point to that's happening here? That's what's going to separate you from a good and a bad photographer, and also a photographer that can stay inspired constantly. Because if you're just trying to do things that are technically good, or you're trying to do things that are trendy, or you think other people like, dude, that's the quickest way to get burnt out in this business. Quickest way. But if every job is new, because you're looking for the unique story between, in our case, between people, because we photograph weddings, but that's what we're after. And that's why we can go, Sarah and I don't really prep for any wedding. We just show up with very limited gear, and then we intently look at what's going on all throughout the day. Because every person, you might have the cake cutting and the ceremony and the announcements and the parent dances and all that stuff. It's the same, but the people are different. So there's always something new. And it goes back to what I'm talking about, the substance, in terms of everything. In terms of you watching YouTube, if you are more interested in the messenger than the message, I'm sorry, but you're not going to get anything out of this whole world of information. We can turn on the TV, or we turn on our computers, and there is a fire hose of information coming at us at all times. And if you're discerning that information by, you're trying to figure out what's useful and what isn't strictly by personality, you're not going to absorb the correct things. You're just not. You have to be able to separate, okay, this person, I might not like this person, or they might be so different from me, but I can tell that they're speaking truth, okay? I can tell that they're pointing to something that could be useful for me. Separate that out, guys, okay? Not everybody's going to like me. I'm going to do certain things I'm going to say certain things that could ruffle some feathers, depending on who you are and your upbringing, your background, and all that. It doesn't matter. I'm here to tell you guys what I have learned over the years, and try and help you guys get to those real photos. Okay? So that's what I want to talk about here, because it's like, what are we really doing as photographers? Especially on YouTube. Are we here trying to look for a hero? Like, I'm on this team. Like, are we trying to do that, or are we trying to get better at our craft? Personally, I'm here to teach. I feel like I've reached a level to where it's more fulfilling to actually teach than, I don't know if it's more fulfilling to teach than take photos, but it's like at the same level. Like, I get a lot out of being a consultant with this stuff, and just helping people see things differently and helping people get started, you know what I mean? Because we've learned so much. But that's what I wanted to say. Maybe like half a rant, half not. But it's good to, I get new subscribers every single day. So it's really good to kind of align, reintroduce myself and realign everybody's expectations with the channel. And exactly what I'm doing here. So always drop it off in the comments. I appreciate everybody who interacts with my videos. And till the next time, my friends.